Let me help you all, okay? I just watched some Marley Brothers on ET, and they're talking about industry and getting involved in the industry, and I didn't hear Bob talk that way. I know you guys put movies out. The Bob I get is like Jennifer Lopez. We got to make money to pay other people's extortion, okay? Or are these people going to suffer and die? Okay? Stand up for the Lord's Prayer. You don't have to pay the extortion. People not suffer and die. You know, I'm like Selassie. Me and Haile Selassie are like one in spirit. Him like John the Baptist, and I'm like King David's line. And it's weird. I get the same thing with Jennifer. And I'm like, why are they thinking this way? What is wrong with these people? Why do they think? Okay, and then I sit there and this is getting other people in my mind today too. I was watching this stuff with the TV and the Borderland Bridge stuff and everything. Guys, and the commercials and the ET and those. Your language, okay? Your language on your advertising and everything. Your language gets people killed, okay? The language, it's been doing this for thousands of years. You get people to believe a certain thing, they act a certain way, and then they will murder in the name of whatever they say they believe in. So my thing to ask an athlete or somebody who questions me if I'm the Messiah, what do you believe in? This is a very important question, because they are using language-based operations to continue perpetual genocide through linguistics of acceptance of economics over the Lord's Prayer. And I happen to be the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. So what do you believe in? So if they sit there, I believe in Jesus Christ, I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. Stand up with me so we can live the Lord's Prayer. Why are you going to school and competing over money if you know the Lord's Prayer is correct and competing over the money is wrong? Do you understand? And the other night when I was soaking in the tub, this thing about the stuff with Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, and they had this marriage psychologist and the counselor said, oh, well, that was insensitive, coming up with this Dalola stuff, okay, when her husband drinks. It's like they talked and she listened. She said, sometimes I feel like tipping one up too. So if we're going to do it, let's do it together. And let's make sure we're drinking something that has some health benefits to it. And we don't drink too much. We just drink enough to get a little comfortably numb and enjoy each other. Well, she was trying to make the marriage work. She talked to him and she listened. Okay. Anybody with half a lick of sense as a caveman on a Geico commercial could figure that shit out. Okay. Caveman can figure it out. But you'd be like, and so I'm not as sensitive, or he knows me so well. And there's a lot of people that get that with me. It's like, you can read your mind. Yeah, I can read your mind. Okay. And people are like, what? No, I can tell when I talk to people. You know how it is when you talk to people. And some people, you ain't even going to talk to. So like, what the hell are you talking about? Oh, well. Sometimes I'll talk to people just to let them know, okay, don't you think you can front on me? And sometimes I will talk to people just to let them know, hey, you barking up the wrong tree and you fucking in the wrong house. Because this is Las Cruces, New Mexico. Right? Sometimes that's really rare. Typically I look for people that will help me focus on the Lord's Prayer. And even if it's in the back of their mind, and even if I just have to, like I told those 3 kids the other day by the books over there, by the electronic systems at Walmart, I said the beautiful thing about listening is the soul listens better than the mind. And so that's why I speak to people, because the soul, it'll awaken the soul. And I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. I'm awakening the soul. The mind will go back to, ooh, she's hot. Oh, I hope he's nice. Oh, I need money. Oh, I need money. Oh, she's hot. Oh, I hope he's nice. The mind goes back to that all the time. Okay. But the soul, we should be living the Lord's Prayer. Then you won't need money. And then you can genuinely find out if he's nice or if it's worth your time to go out there because she's hot. Maybe she ain't nice. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And if we ain't fighting and competing over money, it ain't going to hurt your feelings too much. If she ain't nice, it's like you don't have an excuse. Well, I didn't have enough money to date her or keep her. It's like we're living the Lord's Prayer. Well, the bitch don't want to have sex with me. Why is she a bitch? Because she doesn't want to have sex with you. All right. She'd be a bitch if she said you don't have enough money to have sex with me. But if she doesn't want to have sex with you and we're not competing over money for sex, why are you labeling her bitch? Because you want her and she does not want you? Now who's the bitch? Okay, see why I'm the Messiah? See, I'm the man like King David? You don't see this? Okay. Get up, stand up. Okay. I Selassie. Okay. There's no one, because I'm the one who loves you, and there's no one else. No one else. You'll never find. Boom, boom, boom. It'll take the end of all time. You'll keep searching and searching your whole life through. Well, I don't wish you no bad. I don't believe in luck. But there's no ifs and buts or maybes. Okay, you're going to wish for my loving. You're going to talk about it all the time in your rhetoric, which you say is your religion of your people. Color don't make people. Okay, close your eyes. Who loves you, pretty baby? Well, then you don't want to be in an industry with people that are willing to fight over money to fuck. Okay, David, I expect a hell of a lot better than you. You're not part of the Sussex and the whatevers. You're not a rich person born in a castle and having 70 castles and only 17 people in the family. Okay? You're a Rasta. We got leftover. That's a good word. That means we got food left over for the next day, right? You remember who you are. Okay? Remember your roots. Okay? Faith in God, that's our roots. If you can't remember your roots, I'm about to kick up. Show me that ass, I'm gonna kick it. Who's your daddy? And I'm only 58 years old. 58. Toxins and stress, and it's hard to sleep, Steve. It's the Wi-Fi. You can't. No, I ain't gonna take relax. I don't take relaxing free sleep. I don't drink booze to get a buzz to get. My son did. My Solomon did. My little Patrick Earl Parsons. That means Solomon. I mean, nobleman, lord, lay preacher. If that don't mean Solomon, no other name does. Patrick Earl Parsons. Nobleman, lord, lay preacher. The nobleman, lord of the lay people. That's Solomon. That's what this is. I didn't know. It took me, I got a $300-some phone bill. Sit there for hours talking Steffi out of naming him Ralph Earl Parsons III. I was like, no, we'll name him. Okay, his grandmother's name is Patricia. His auntie's name is Patrice. Okay, and he's named after. And she goes, I want to name after Patrick. Patrick Holland killed himself in your house. I was like, Patrick Holland was not a bad kid. Okay, just because he committed suicide because he didn't want to join the army and kill poor people for rich people doesn't make him a bad kid. Hey, you need to get off the farm, Missy. No tearing up the farm. For some reason, she likes tearing up that plant. Come on. You got to get on up out of here. That's my girl. She can be mad at me now. I was tearing up that plant. I know you was. Dad loves that. I love that fern too. That thing's about 30 years old. Okay. And the cats almost killed it. Her and Spicer, they almost killed it. They bit off all of it and tore it up. I don't know why they do those things. Those things hurt. They poke you and shit. But it survived all the stuff, the winters, and out there with the bougainvillea. We moved the bougainvillea, it died, but the fern still lived. We brought it in here and we locked it away from the cats and it just took off. It's not red. Okay. But squats get it. It's not red. Where the red fern grows. Guys, they have the graves. I don't know if the Scots do it and kill one if it grows between the British, but they had graves of British occupiers and of the Scottish occupied. And between all the graves where the Scottish occupied were, the red ferns would grow. And the graves where the occupiers were, no ferns would grow. I think it was because it's part of being part of a bitter pill. I don't know. But I don't, I think it's also Scots. Scots saw a red fern growing between two British occupiers. They went and lay salt on it so nothing will grow. That's very Scottish. Yes, it is. It's very Scottish. But I don't know. But it's just to imply hope that people that are loved grow plants better than people that are not loved. Like Haile Selassie, he used Jimmy Rogers again. And one day they died, and their graves were side by side on a hill where robins sing, and they say violets grew there all year long, for their hearts were full of spring. Woman from Liberia, Child of Clay. He picked the right guy to be the one. This is my musical messenger to you. And it wasn't Bob Marley. No, Bob's songs had a little bit more anger and tribalism in them. And he picked the traditional religious beliefs that were mystic and based on a little bit of magic, but also very wholesome and had good values. So he's, oh, well, I'm falling in love again. Oh. I thought that I wouldn't get caught again. Never in 100, never in 1,000, never in 1,000,000 years. And what's the other one? Kisses. She had kisses sweeter than wine. Those were my favorites when I was a kid. Yeah, there's a store on Bim Bombay. There's a ring in the store in Bim Bombay. That's where I'll buy the ring for the girl in the house on the hill on the way to Bim Bombay. I'll buy the ring for the girl in the house on the hill on the way to Bim Bombay. Ching-a-ling-a-lie, ching-a-ling-a-lie, oh, ching-a-ling-a-lie, ching-a-ling-a-lie. I love his rounds. He does a lot of rounds. Ring-a-ling-a-lario. He's real good at it because he has that real acrobatic voice like Selena had. And he can just, I don't do it as well. I can't sing those kind of songs as well. You know, I guess I'd have to practice to try to be pretty good at them. But I don't have the kind of voice that Jimmy Rogers has. I don't have that beautiful melodious voice. But I try to mimic it as well as I can. Okay, I'm gonna go soak in the tub. Hopefully this one will load in less than 3 hours. Okay. I don't know what happened with the other one about the eyes of the child. There was some conversations about Jennifer Lopez and the kids, and it didn't load. And you always got to leave the door open for people that you feel want to connect to you in prayer and help live the Lord's Prayer. You never shut them out, okay? If they don't, they can go live in Poughkeepsie, and you go live in the Gila, and you don't have to see them as long as they enjoy the Lord's Prayer. Even if they enjoy the Lord's Prayer, we all live in it. That's all that matters, right? Okay. I love you, all right? Peace out, man.